Hi everyone, Liam Magpie here, and today we've got something Pokemon related, and I'm really excited because we've got three Pokemon figures, but two of them I really wanted when Tomu came out, and these are the Pokemon battle figures. So we've got Glaceon here, and we've got Leafeon here. They're all articulated, and then we haven't got one from the Eevee evolution, but we have got a new Pokemon, and this is Boltund. So, but ages ago, a few years back, Tommy did the Eevee evolution with Umbreon, Espeon, Jolteon, Vaporeon, and Flareon, and Sylveon. We're yet for this new company who took on this from Tommy. We're yet to get Sylveon, but these ones are Series 5 and they're articulated and they're for 4 and plus. They actually retail for about £7 something in other retail places, and on Amazon they're a little bit pricier on Amazon. I think they're like £14, but the prices have varied on there because I got this one for £14 and then the next day it went down to £11. So there's a lot of places you can get your hands on these. They're slowly going to come out in Smiths as well, and they're a bit cheaper on Smiths. So if you want to wait a bit longer, I would recommend going and waiting to get them from Smiths stores. But yeah, Terma came out with all of the Eevee evolution other than these two. I remember my very last checklist I got from Terma, and it had a picture of Leafeon and Glaceon. So when I found out this company was finally doing these two, I was so excited, and I finally got my hands on them. So I've still got the old Tommy ones. I've got this new company, these ones, and then the last one will be Sylveon. So yeah, without further ado, I am going to get these out the packaging. But quickly, the packaging is pretty much the same with the red and white with the Pokeballs. I think we're actually getting a new packaging coming up soon. The picture of Glaceon on the front of the packaging looks really nicely done. There's the typing there, and it's Series 5. And we've got a really cute picture of Leafeon as well with Series 5 and the typing of grass typing and ice typing, and then we've got electric typing, Series 5, and a really cool picture of Boltund there. Looks really cute actually, and then there is the figure there. And without further ado, I'm going to get all three of these out the packaging. I hope everyone can get their hands on them if and when you can find them in your local retail places. So without further ado, I'm going to get all three of them out the packaging. So everyone, I've got all three of them out the packaging. I quickly want to just show you the checklist. As you can see, we've got these three and I'm doing a review now. I've actually seen some of these. I don't really collect the smaller figures, but these look really cute. I really like Bulbasaur because of his Vans. They've not done that one before. And then we've got these two. I have a feeling I've already seen a picture floating around of Cinderace, and that one was in new packaging, and this one must be in the new packaging coming up soon, and I really can't wait to see them. I can already tell that Cinderace only has maybe one bit of articulation on the arm and one bit of articulation on the leg, which is a tiny little bit disappointing, because I always said to one of my friends that if they came out with a Cinderace that was fully articulated from this company, I would be very excited. And it doesn't look like they are going to be fully articulated, but still looks very cool nonetheless. And we've got these three. So here's all three of them out the packaging. My overall thoughts on all three is they look so cool. I don't know what to start with first. I think I'll start with Boltund, because I'm going to save the best till last. It's not that I don't like this figure. I think it looks really cool. But I was quite shocked to see this one come out as a figure so soon, but it looks really nice. The yellow is a really nice sharp yellow. On camera it's letting off a bit bright, so I'm just going to turn my light off and you can see it just a little bit better. It's not so bright now, it's more like a mustardy yellow. And then the eye is really nicely done as well. I'm just going to put the light on just to show you the eye a little bit better. As you can see there. It's a little bit blemishy, I'm not going to lie. There's like little bits of like plastic blemish here. There's the eye looks really nicely painted, but it just looks a tiny bit. I'm trying to focus it in and it's not letting me. The eye looks fine, but I don't know. I think it's just the way it's maybe been printed. And the nose has a little bit of a mark on it. Which usually I'm really picky. When I saw these in the shops, I should have been a bit more patient. But there was only these ones on the shelves. But I really wanted to do a review. And then you can see here there's a little blemish on the neck there. But it's not too bad. It's still quite good. It's still quite clean. And the rest of the sculpt looks really nicely done. As you can see here, there's a blemish on the foot there. And I know it's not really that important, but I know a lot of people like to know if these figures are going to be worth getting or not. But the overall look of the figure looks really nice. It's just basically 3 tones of like a grey, yellow, and then a lighter yellow, and a bit of white. The little rings are nicely painted around the legs. Same goes for the back legs. Tail's nicely sculpted as well. And one more look at the face. Really nicely done. I like the little bit of sculpting on the back of the neck, looks quite good. As you can see there. Stands quite nice. The back leg lifts up a bit, but you can actually put it a bit down and it'll rest nicely. And the articulation is you can move the legs that far back, that far forward. Both of them are the same. It's quite straight, it's quite narrow type of figure. And then you can move the legs that far forward, that far back. That's all you really need for these type of 4-legged Pokemon figures. And then you can move the head side to side. So there's still some really nice bits of posability you can do with this figure. I'm sure you could stand it a different way if you wanted to. If you're really good at like balancing and photography, like that looks quite good. And like that. It's a really nice cool figure. Usually on the bottom of the, oh yeah it does, it says Series 5 at the bottom of the foot there, but it's quite light, as you can see there. And overall it's just a nice figure. It's nice and clean in majority of all of the areas. It literally looks like the dog from, well, it looks like the Pokemon from the game and the anime, so it doesn't look like they've made it not look like the character itself. It's got the bit of writing underneath the belly, but it doesn't bother me because it's hidden. And yeah, there isn't much more I can say. The tail's this nice flex material, so it doesn't feel like it's going to break, and it feels strong and steady. It's not standing now. There we go. So yeah, my overall thoughts on Boltund is I'd give it a scale to 1 to 10 and 9 just because of the odd little blemish. But other than that, it's a nice articulated figure. It's nicely painted, and it looks like the Pokemon is literally just falling out the anime and the games. So next I'm going to do Glaceon. And then I actually might do a comparison with all of the Eevee families, because these actually vary in sizes. So here is Glaceon, looking lovely as ever. This one's got the mouth open, which is nicely painted, so we'll have a look at the face sculpts up close. This paint app is a lot more cleaner and a lot more sharper. The little, what I call like the little crystal bit on its head, is nicely sculpted as well. It'd be absolutely awesome if Game Freak came out with some more Eevee evolutions. I think to keep it on would have been cool for every time they came out with a game. They're actually coming out with some more fully articulated figures. We've got, but these ones are not from this company. And we're getting Articuno, Greninja, Charizard, and there's another one, but I can't think of the name right off the top of my head. But they look absolutely awesome, so I will get them and review them as well. But the paint, but on Glaceon's ears, look really nicely done. The paint stays nice in them nice diamond shaped ears. Eyes are nicely painted, and again looks like it's literally fallen out the anime or the game. The tail's nicely sculpted as well. No paint blemishes there. There is actually there is one tiny bit of a paint blemish there at the back of the tail, but it's no big deal. I'm sure you could probably get that off. I would be careful with these tails as well. They are strong figures, don't get me wrong, but I would just be careful because it is a very slim and you wouldn't like that to break. But you can still play with them and pose them. The diamonds on the back are nicely painted as well. They're not off centre or anything like that. And the same goes with the legs. I really like the way this one's posed, because you can, it's got like a little bit of a lift to the leg. The light blue is really nice as well. And yeah, I've just realised it's actually got 3 types of blues: dark blue, a light blue, and then the body is like a really faded icy blue. And the articulation on this one is you can move the legs that far back. On both of them you can actually have it where it looks like it's laying down, which looks really nice if you were to do this for photography. If you want to follow me on my Instagram, it is Liam_Magpie, and I also have another one which is called Liam_Magpie, all things cute and shiny or something like that. It's hard because I don't really go on that one as much, but I do a lot of photography on there, and I will be putting these in a really cool photography. And as you can see here as well, you can, the head is on a ball joint, so you can move it all the way around, up and down. You can't, this is how far you can lift the head up. This is how far you can lift it down. Not real far, but you can do some really good poses. And what I like about this one is the ears on this one actually are moulded into the head itself, so you don't feel like that's gonna come off, because I actually had an accident with one of mine, and I'll show you. It was on Umbreon, and I mentioned it in my review on Umbreon. But yeah, very cool figure. The legs move really nice and smooth, and that will look stunning in your Pokemon collection. Then next we have Leafeon, one of my favourite ones, and actually one of the most ones I was actually excited off the most. So I'm just going to turn my light off a sec so you can see the yellow, because it's a bit more like a cream yellow than a bright yellow. And my overall thoughts on this one is a definite 10 out of 10, and the same goes for Glaceon. This looks very nice. I'll just lift that up a bit. There's literally no paint blemish on this figure at all. There's actually it literally looks like it's just come from the game or anime as well. It stands really nice and it just looks so cute and delicate. There's something really delicate about this one, and the same goes for all the other articulation. You can move its head back and forth, go all the way around, and it's on a ball joint, so you can move the head that far up, that far down, a little bit more than Glaceon, and obviously you can move it side to side like that. The same with Glaceon as well. So you've got some really nice posability. The tail again is very slender, so I would be careful with that in the future. I'm just going to put my light back on so you'll be able to see it a bit better. There you go. So as you can see, you won't like that to snap, but they're still quite strong and play purposes as well. And you can move the legs that far forward. You can't really move it back, but you can a little bit, and it can stand quite nice if it was like stood like that. And then you can put the legs that far back as well, and you can make it look like it's laying on the floor again, which I think would look really cute in a really cute photo. And then the tail, I absolutely love it, sculpted so nicely. I love the little curve in the tail, and the little grooves. The little grooves of the leaves look really nicely done. As you can see here, they've put the little lines of the leaves and its little cutouts. Look really nicely done. It just feels like I wouldn't even like to bend it. I don't think it would snap, but you just don't play mad with it. The ears are the same as the tail, but just a little bit thicker. Really nicely done. There's no blemish in the little diamond shapes of the ear. And I love the little cutouts. And then the little stalk at the back of its neck. And then its head looks like a little, like some type of sprout, or like a grass bulb. And there is the little grass bit at the front, which is nicely sculpted. The same with the little spikes on the feet. Everything is just so clean and well done. There's the little Series 5 logo at the bottom. And it's got writing again, but it's on the underbelly. And I'm just going to turn the light off again. And here is the face sculpt up close. Really nicely done. I love the colouring of the mouth. This one's got the mouth open. I think they all have, to be fair. I'll have to show you when I do a comparison. And its little flick of a leaf on the top of the head looks really nicely sculpted as well. Just be careful that these ears are not played with real mad, but these ones seem a bit stronger than Umbreon's. I am actually going to get another Umbreon as well, because they're actually only £3 on Smith. So if they still have some in stock, then I'm going to get one, because for £3 you can't go wrong. And yeah, very happy. My full scales to 1 to 10 for Leafeon is definitely a 10 out of 10. It looks amazing. It looks like it's come out of the anime game itself. The articulation is the same as all the others. Got some really nice movement. The sculpt is really nice, and there's no paint blemishes. So there's nothing bad I can say about Leafeon at all. So now I'm going to do a comparison with the rest of the Eevee family. And I'll be right back. So everyone, this is pretty much nearly the full Eevee family all in a row, and as you can see, the scale sizes are quite random. Because Jolteon is literally jolted forward, I think he would literally be pretty much nearly the same size. I think it's just how they posed the figure. And Flareon is a little bit smaller and like fluffier and chunkier. She looks real sassy, but she actually had an accident. She got her ear damaged there and tried to save it, but I am going to get another Flareon. And the same with Umbreon. Umbreon, when I first got it, I noticed that the ear wasn't really strong, so I had to re-glue it in. But if Smith's has it for £3, I'm going to get my hands on it. But I know that it's still, you can still get your hands on this figure. You can just look around and then, but if you noticed, these 4 go in more like the same scale size. And then these 3 go in their scale size. And there was like the originals. And then it went Umbreon and Espeon, Glaceon and Leafeon. And then Sylveon was last, which I can't wait to get a Sylveon. These are, I'm going to put all these in like a photography shoot. So please follow me on my Instagram, which is Liam_Magpie. And all of them look so cool together. It's very random to see them all. I always thought that the scale size of these was all the same, but on this they're not. On the Termy ones, they're pretty much all the same size, so I really like that. Flareon's always been a little bit smaller, but she's always been a bit more fluffier and fluffier, so I'm not really mad at that. But these figures are absolutely awesome, and you can mix match them with the Termy ones if you want as well. And yeah, and then we've got Boltund here. I'll put him here. He kind of looks like he fits in with the Eevee family in one little bit of a way or another. And yeah, there isn't much more I can say. Please get collecting these awesome Pokemon toys. I've had an up and down relationship with this new company. I keep calling it the new company because I always go back to Tommy because they was so cool. But they've done such a brilliant job on the Eevee Evolution family figures, and I really can't wait for Sylveon. So all these are available now to buy. Some may vary in price because they might have been out a little bit longer, or they might be in more of a multi-pack. I've noticed that they start bringing them out in multi-packs when they've already sold a lot in singles. So yeah, there isn't much more I can say. Please like and subscribe to my channel for more toy related stuff. I do a big mixed range of toys on my channel. I've got some Jurassic World stuff coming up soon, which Pokemon and Jurassic World are pretty much what I do the most, but I would do a lot of other different toys on my channel. So please like and subscribe, and yeah, get your hands on these amazing Pokemon figures, and I will see you on the next one, guys. Bye.